I would like to thank the Hong Kong Polytechnic University and Arup Group for this excellent opportunity to share our views and experience in knowledge management. Today, I'm going to talk about building a data-based knowledge company. But before I do that, I would like to introduce myself to you. I am the acting CEO of Neuron Digital Group. Neuron Digital Group is a joint venture between Arup Group and Venturous Group, and I'm also a co-founder of Venturous Group. I'm going to spend the next 10 minutes or so to talk about these 4 topics. First, we want to share with you what we see as the major trends of our present era. And then I will draw conclusions on a few focal points. These are the buttons to press when you want to do well in the present era. Then I want to introduce Neuron Digital Group to you and the main features of Neuron, the system. So what are these major trends? The first one is digital transformation. Some might describe our current era as knowledge era or information age. But what's important is that we're living in the internet age, and most organizations would do digital transformation to be more effective and efficient in whatever they are doing. So digital transformation of the companies, the government, even our household is the first major trend. The second major trend is urbanization. People are moving gradually to live in cities. Urbanization rate in most of the countries in the world has been increasing quite rapidly, but these are causing problems to the cities. We say the cities are sick. There are the pollution problems, commuting problems, employment problems, and all the syndromes of the city sickness. And these lead to the third trend, ESG focus. People are talking about sustainability, green, clean, decarbonization. These are the measures introduced to address problems of urbanization. And investors are talking about impact investment. They will invest in you only if you are making an impact on ESG. All these trends are converging towards our first focal point, smart cities. These are where you find a lot of digital transformations, and these are where you would find the ESG solutions. Trillions of dollars are being spent on smart cities, and buildings are the building blocks of the cities. 70% of human activities are actually inside the city, inside the buildings. And in compact cities like Hong Kong, 70% of the energy is consumed in the buildings. And the buildings are responsible for emitting 70% of the greenhouse gas. So the first focal point is smart building and smart cities. To build smart cities and smart buildings, we need domain knowledge. To build better smart buildings, you need deeper domain knowledge. To build state-of-the-art buildings, you need cross-disciplinary domain knowledge. So a lot of the knowledge would need to be put together to build the best smart buildings. After you've done that, you will be handling very complex situations. And what is required is you have to handle the situations correctly all the time. And you have to handle a large volume of information very speedily. So these are the challenges of applying domain knowledge to the buildings. Then the third focal point, people focus on technology. Technology or systems is what people build to automate. You do the simple tasks repeatedly, and then as the situation becomes more complex, you want to handle more complex situations, you build a more complex system. And these days, people talk about smartness of the technology. These include using self-improving tools, machine learning, artificial intelligence, etc. And the systems need to handle a lot of data. They have to process the data. So that leads to the fourth focal point, data. We believe data is more important because it's actually the data that closes the knowledge feedback loop. You create a large volume of data by your system, then you process the data into useful information. You use the information to improve your experience, and then you use the new experiences to enhance your domain knowledge and feedback into the system, the technology. That's why we believe it's important that we focus on this fourth focal point. That's why we build data-based knowledge company for smart cities. Combining these four focal points, here we have Neuron Digital Group. As I said before, Neuron Digital Group is the joint venture between Arup Group and Venturous Group. I'm sure you all know about Arup Group. They are the world-leading engineering consulting firm. They have deep and wide domain knowledge. When Arup Group undertook its own digital transformation, they realized that it's the data loop that they need to close. They need to use data generated from using the buildings that they build to feed back into their engineering knowledge. Venturous Group is an innovative group on invest, build, and operate smart city technology infrastructures. We were there when Arup Group was doing its own digital transformation. And because of that, we worked together. They built the Neuron system, and we use our technology and capital capabilities to help Neuron Digital Group to grow. Here we are, Neuron Digital Group. They are tasked to make buildings smarter by using a powerful digital brain. And we built a neural network for the buildings to gather all the data. And we also build a neural network for the cities to connect the buildings. With Neuron, we talk about our four open philosophy. Open platform is the platform for building system integration and also for application development. The importance of the platform is similar to the operating system of your smartphone. Before that, the mobile phone just do the job of calling, but the operating system of the smartphones enable you to use a lot of apps to do a lot of things. And also even the operating system itself will be upgraded overnight. So that improves the smartness of the buildings by a lot. Open data, we collect a lot of data. While we pay attention to data privacy, we also use desensitized data for improved insight for the feedback loop. Open application, we enable developers to develop their apps using API. So these are the app developers, the SaaS operators to help people to do certain things. But using our platform and data, they can plug into our platform and do a lot of wonderful things for the owners of the buildings. Then open analytics. We build analytic tools for the building owners, for the users to do their own analytics and their own reports. Similar to self-media has done a revolution on the media industry. We believe our open analytic tool will do a lot of good to the buildings inside and business intelligence. In summary, Neuron Digital, we provide all-in-one digital services for the high-end buildings. We have a lot of modules like digital twins, building insights and AI optimization, energy management, asset and facility management, sustainability and well-being, including carbon accounting. We enable an open digital platform to integrate systems and data. By doing that, we enable a data to domain knowledge feedback loop for all of us. This concludes my introduction of Neuron. Thank you.